It's your old pal Justy here from Retroware. Angry Video Game Nerd 8-Bit is officially out now for modern platforms, and pre-orders are probably still open for the physical editions, including actual NES cartridges that run on real hardware. We wanted to explain how this all happened. How do you make a game that will play on the NES and the Switch too? Stay tuned to the end of the video, where we'll showcase exciting free new features and updates being added to the game very soon. I want to walk you through how we got here, how this game started years ago as a small NES project and eventually grew into a full modern retro release with live-action FMV cutscenes, a rewritten story, and upcoming free DLC and updates arriving soon. The idea for this project first appeared back in 2021 on the Cinemassacre podcast. The original concept was incredibly straightforward. Make an AVGN game that actually runs on the NES. That was the entire pitch. Megacat Studios joined the project and began building a genuine NES title with strict limitations. Classic graphics, classic tile work, and classic design. Then life happened. Eventually, Megacat returned a couple years after their success with their Five Nights at Freddy's pixel game. We played this prototype, everyone thought it was alright, but something clicked. We realized it could be expanded into something bigger while still honoring that original NES idea. Around this time, we were working closely with Programancer, who created Prison City and is working on the Transylvania adventure of Simon Quest. The initial plan was simple at first. Have him and his compatriot Jordan refine sprites and tiles for the NES game. That lasted maybe a week. The project naturally grew into a full modern remaster that allows us to add things that are impossible on real NES hardware. Saving, scaling, localization, more consistent controls, a full story rewrite, and the biggest one, live action cutscenes. Sega CD-style full-motion video fits the brand perfectly, I think, since the nerd played a lot of FMV games like Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, that sort of stuff. The goal became to make a game that felt like you were playing an actual episode of the AVGN. Retroware's Joel Scola directed all the live-action segments, and our friend John, who created props for the AVGN movie, built the possessed NES that appears in the FMV scenes. Sean, who edits, writes, and produces for Cinemassacre, kept everything consistent with the tone of the show and made sure the production stayed tight. Put this all together, and the whole FMV package carries the exact nerd energy fans expect. The original NES game layout was fun, but a bit scattered. The Cinemassacre and Retroware teams came together, worked closely to turn all the original level concepts into one connected adventure, with the FMV cutscenes guiding you from start to finish. James Rolfe was involved the entire time. He gave us a lot of creative freedom, checked in on progress, and had a great time filming the live action parts. He was especially excited that this game would also exist as a real NES cartridge, which feels like a full circle moment for the angry Nintendo nerd. The final result is two versions built in parallel. The modern version was developed by Programancer. It includes the FMV cutscenes, the modern conveniences, and the fully rewritten story. It follows the structure of the NES version, but with some creative liberties. It is available on Steam, Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. The NES version was developed by Megacat Studios and runs on real hardware using an MMC3 mapper and a 768 kilobyte cartridge. With those limitations, live-action cutscenes obviously could not be included, since the system was never designed for full-motion video. The video files are thousands of times larger than the game itself. So, just like many classic NES titles, the printed manual fills in those story moments and keeps everything consistent with the tone of the modern version. My friend, Mike Matei, provided a ton of original illustrations for it, including James's character movement, enemy art, and the upgrades. It really gives the NES release that authentic feel. Now let's talk cartridges, and we have several color options available. The standard gray is unlimited. You can get as many as you want of those. Nerd Rage Red and Super Mecha Baddie Blue are limited colors. We had a legendary gold that was limited to 500 copies, but that has already sold out. The entire physical pre-order, including the NES, ends December 7th, 2025. If you live in a PAL region, the game works. It will run slower because of the 50 Hz refresh rate thing compared to R60, so consider that a built-in advantage. Two major features are coming with a free upgrade to the modern versions. The first is Endless Mode. This adds more than 100 randomized rooms, new areas inspired by other Retroware titles, rotating bosses, and a whole slew of new items to help you push further each time you play. You collect coins by defeating enemies, which can be used in a shop that will appear after various rooms. There's also one secret boss fight hidden in there for players who can find it. The goal is to play as long as possible as difficulty ramps up after each boss encounter. Second, on Nintendo Switch, we are adding official NES controller support. Just go into the title menu and hold the L and R after the controller has been paired for 5 seconds. You'll see an icon if it worked. Just use the select button for sub-weapons by default. Also, you can go into the options to make up plus attack fire sub-weapons. That option works on every modern version too. Both these features, Endless Mode and the NES controller thing, will be available soon for modern platforms and will be included on the finalized physical versions on cart or disc. It goes without saying, this will not be on the NES cart. At Retroware, we focus on modern retro games. Titles that look and feel classic, but play smoothly with modern conveniences. We are publishing Neon Inferno for Zenobia Interactive. We are working with Programancer on AVGN, Prison City, and the upcoming Simon Quest. Ivan is continuing development on the free Iron Meat story and other DLC. Our licensed beat-em-up Toxic Crusaders was sadly pushed to early next year, but it's going really well. Limited Run Games announced physicals for Toxie, Prison City, and Iron Meat early next year as well. Plus, we're currently in early development on some other original and IP games. So yeah, that was the story behind Angry Video Game Nerd 8-Bit. What started as a small NES concept grew into a full multi-platform game with live-action cutscenes, a rewritten story, and real NES cartridge release. The game is available now. Physical pre-orders are open until December 7th, 2025, and Endless Mode and the Switch NES controller support arrive soon as a free update. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting Retroware and Cinemassacre, and I'll see you next time.